You don't support your upper body by squeezing with your knees to keep your upper body back. You support your upper body with your core muscles. That's really important because when you start using your hands, you don't want to pull your body forward. Your core needs to be strong enough that you can hold your body up and use your hands and pull however you're going to pull. Hello, welcome to Tim Anderson Horse Training. Today I want to give you some tips that will help you with your equitation, with riding and staying balanced and using your body correctly on your horse. I'll tell you about the method that I use for teaching students, and it's been pretty successful. So when you're working on your equitation, you always want to start with your hips. You want to start with the core of your body, and you want to get your core of your body down and centered on your horse. Now, depending on the discipline you do, and depending even on the event in that discipline, how your hips are rotated is going to be a little bit different. If you show equitation, you're going to be a little bit more straight up. If you do reining, your hips are going to be a little bit more under you. So the event that you show is going to determine the rotation of your hips a little bit. But what you need to do is realize that your hips need to be centered on the horse, and we don't want your hips pitching your upper body forward. You generally want an alignment from your ear, your shoulder, through your hip to your heel in a straight line. But that's going to vary a little bit also. In certain disciplines, that's very strict that it's straight up. In certain disciplines like reining and cow horse or cutting, that's going to be a little bit different. Once you get your hips centered and you get your hip in your core of your body so that you're supporting your upper body and you're not tilting forward and back, that's the first two things that you work on. Center your hips on the horse, strengthen your core to hold you up straight. And I'm not sitting off to the side this way or this way. I'm balanced on the horse. I could take my feet out of the stirrups and I'm still balanced and centered on the horse this way and front to back. Okay? So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work from my hips down my leg. What I want to do is I want a light contact with the horse all the way down my leg. Don't have to be squeezing hard, but I don't want my legs out here. Your legs need to lay loose down against the horse, maintaining contact all the way down your leg. If you lay contact down your horse's leg and your horse moves off, then you need to teach him that that contact does not mean go. Riding in the motion of the horse is what means go. So if I have contact all the way down my legs, not necessarily squeezing, but I'm touching him, then from there I can work from my upper body. I don't want my upper body to be leaning forward, and I don't want it to be leaning back. I generally want my shoulders above my hips. I'm in a relaxed, I'm balanced left and right, and I'm balanced front to back. That goes back to my core supporting my upper body. You don't support your upper body by squeezing with your knees to keep your upper body back. You support your upper body with your core muscles. That's really important because when you start using your hands, you don't want to pull your body forward. Your core needs to be strong enough that you can hold your body up and use your hands and pull however you're going to pull. So once we have our upper body generally in an upright position above our hips, like I said, the discipline could vary that a little bit, then we're going to start working on our hands. You notice the last thing I talked about was the arms and the hands, and that's because we need your balance everywhere else in your body and not in your hands. We don't want you balancing on the horse's mouth in your hands. All of us, no matter what we do, our arms and our hands are kind of our natural balance, and it's our natural coordination. That's what we do things with. Whatever you do, we're used to doing them with our hands. So we have to work really hard to get all our coordination in our body first, and then we work with our hands. That's why you see a lot of people who teach riding lessons, their students riding with no reins or riding in various ways to get the balance off of the hands. So once we get our equitation good everywhere from our shoulders down to our heels, then we can start working with our hands. We want our hands in a relaxed position, generally a straight line from the elbow through the hand to the horse's mouth. But again, that's going to vary a little bit, also dependent on discipline. That's considered good equitation for horsemanship, equitation, that kind of thing. But different disciplines is going to ask for a different thing. The main thing is that you're pulling your hand in a direction that's not pulling you off balance. If I'm pulling my hand over here, I'm pulling my body off balance. So your hands are operating in front of you, keeping your balance centered. You start pulling your hands off to the side, you're affecting your body. You're affecting the balance in your body. So that's the tips for helping your equitation. Number one, work on your hips and your core. Number two, work on your legs. Number three, work on your upper body. And number four, work on your arms. Work on your arms and your hands last. If you're working on your body first, hands last, everything's going to come easier. So in the last couple of weeks, I've had quite a few more views on my YouTube channel. If you're one of the new viewers, I want to thank you for watching. It's been really neat messaging all the people from all over the world that watches the videos and reading the comments. I want to thank you for commenting. Quite a few of the comments that I get are people with questions about what we've done in the videos, working with horsemanship, equitation like we just did, or working with some of the problems that we work with our horses. I do video lessons. If you live far away and you're interested in that, we can do them by Zoom or through a video call. It's actually pretty easy to do. And if you're interested in that, message me and we can get you set up. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching.